Hey, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, salutations to the hopefully elect, listening and learning. So we're going to touch on this Iran striking Israel scenario. You know what I'm saying? Because what they put out in the news was that, oh, the Israeli Iron Dome intercepted all the missiles. There was no damage. Israel came out unscathed. But really, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Really, what happened was a lot of the missiles that was shot from Iran over to Israel, yeah, they did get the vast majority of them, but a lot of them got through as well. And a lot of them got through to the point where buildings was destroyed. They said that a toddler or a young child was, sent back to the spirit world in the Negev desert. But infrastructure was damaged with this barrage of missiles that Iran fired off. That's the point. But what they putting out there on the mainstream media is that Israel pretty much took no damage. You know what I'm saying? And we know that narrative is being put out there because the JOOs, they control the mainstream media. So they don't want to put the narrative, they don't want to put the image of Israel being weak out there to the rest of the nations. But everybody knows what really went on. All right. And mind you that the Iron Dome, this is pretty much like state-of-the-art technology that Israel was gifted from America. So this is supposed to be top of the line technology. It's supposed to be impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is supposed to be able to get past this defense. But we see that's not the case. And really what Iran was trying to do, Iran wasn't really trying to hurt nobody with this missile strike. What they was really trying to do was to demonstrate that for the small hats, y'all can be touched. Y'all not just gonna go around and feel like you can make do all this wickedness and ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Pretty much Iran sent the message that your ass can be touched and your ass can be destroyed. That's the message that was sent out with that attack. But yeah, the Iron Dome failed to intercept all the missiles. And mind you, the missiles that was fired off from Iran to Israel, these were hypersonic missiles, man. This was hypersonic technology that we dealing with. So with the amount of missiles that were fired off, the Iron Dome couldn't have got all of them. So yeah, some did get through and cause some damage, but now this has set a precedent for all of the nations that are round about Iran and Israel. This is gonna put a battery in their back to now come against Israel. And now reports are coming out that, of course, Russia and China are gonna get involved in this conflict. But the precedent has been set that the small hats can be touched. So best believe that them Israelis that's in the land, they scared as hell right now. They don't know what's coming next. But Netanyahu has came out, or should I say Netanyahu has came out and said that it's not a matter of if, but when they're going to carry out more strikes on Iran. So we see that according to Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, that the least of the flock, being Israel, is drawing out all these other nations to World War III. And eventually what's going to happen is all of them is going to gather in that region, the valley of Yehoshaphat, and that's where World War III is really going to go down. And that's where Yahushua is going to return in the midst of this third world's woe and put these nations down. This is what is occurring, and things are heating up by the day. And since this attack went on, Israel, they've been calling for Iran to be sanctioned on their missile project, but Israel can have missiles, right? NATO can have missiles, but Iran and their allies, they're not allowed to develop missiles for self-defense. So it's all a bunch of hypocrisy. It's all a bunch of bullshit. But the point is, Israel has been touched, and it's seeing now that even NATO members, right? Turkey, for example, they're more in line with Iran because they're a majority Muslim country. You see? So Turkey has already been outspoken against the West, outspoken against America, against Israel for what they've been doing in Gaza. And it's beautiful that the Lord set this thing up, pretty much for division to be made, for for the eventuality, for the inevitability of World War III. But Turkey, seeing that Israel can be touched, that Israel is looking weak, the leadership is failing, America is looking weak as hell, pretty much the laughing stock of all the nations, they gonna jump ship. And what's gonna happen when Turkey jump? Germany gonna jump, France gonna jump. And that goes into Revelation 17 and 16, that the beast shall hate the whore and burn it with fire. So America is going to be the main target, man, but Israel is drawing out these nations for this to go down. That's what we're seeing. So we're going to play this TikTok real quick, and I got an article and some scriptures as well. We're going to close out.
Yo, this is getting bad. The Iron Dome defense system has failed, and this is Israel. They're being attacked by like every single angle there is. Hezbollah, Iran, even the Houthis are sending missiles at them right now. I was pretty sure their Iron Dome was not going to be able to compete with everything that was coming. All of Israel is red right now. All of it. And it's just getting started. Waves are still being sent as we speak. Not just Jordan, but now Egypt has closed its airspace. And guess whose planes are flying in right now to assist and aid and help Israel? Britain, of course. It would be, right? A NATO ally, of course. The longer this goes on, the worse it's going to get, because there is so much headed their way that this is nothing yet. And so far, 40 Israelis have passed away due to the conflict which just started. This is insane. The Israeli people were acting fine until they found out that the Iron Dome was not going to protect them from everything.
And what do the scriptures say? The scriptures say what? They shall say peace and safety, and then sudden destruction. Them people in Israel thought they was safe, even though they was given, I believe it was a 48-hour notice. I think Iran, which that shows you that Esau is the damn devil, man. Cause if it was Esau, he wouldn't have gave a warning. Esau just would have done it and destroyed how many people. But Iran, okay, which those are Ishmaelites, Iran had the courtesy to actually give Israel a 48-hour notice before they fired off one missile, so that the people could prepare and that there wouldn't be as many casualties. You see what I'm saying? So Esau, Edom, he's truly the wicked of the Bible, man. But anyway, them people thought that they was in their security. They thought they was in their peace and safety. But when the missiles started dropping on their ass, that's when they found out, damn, we're not as strong as we thought we were. You know what I'm saying? Like when the missiles started coming through the Iron Dome and it started hitting buildings and shit, you already know that them people was bugging out. They didn't know what to do, man, because they were told by the Israeli government, oh, you guys don't need to worry. The Iron Dome is going to protect us. It's going to intercept all the missiles. But when the missiles started coming through, that's when people was like, damn, like, this shit is real. You see? So now people over there is in panic mode. You got people trying to flee Israel, trying to get out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? And real soon, you're going to see a mass exodus out of Israel of them small hats. And showing me what prophecy in the scriptures. You see, man, hey, man, all this is beautiful because it's all coming out. It's all exposing them small hats that's in the land as imposters, man. Because show me one scripture in the scriptures that says that once the Israelites got back into the land, that we would flee again for persecution. No, it says the opposite. It says that once we get back into the land, that we're going to dwell in peace and safety, and no one is going to make us afraid. That's what the Bible says. All right. So every day that goes by, then people that's over there, they're being seen as imposters more and more, because their whole existence don't even make sense, because they're not supposed to be there. The true people is not in the land. That's why there's war. All right. If the true Israelites was in the land, it wouldn't be no war in that land. The whole earth, matter of fact, would be at peace. But the devil is in charge, you know. The devil got his thing running, so all you're gonna have is chaos, confusion, and deception. Let's continue.
That was coming their way. This was at the very beginning when the Iron Dome was still trying to keep up with all the stuff. Now Iran said, if Israel does not retaliate, it'll be over. Well, guess what? The Israeli leaders got together right after that happened and already said they'd be doing a swift retaliatory strike against Iran. This is going to get a lot worse. You might as well bookmark this video, because in the history books in the future, when we look back at this WW111, what we're going to see is this date right here for the beginning.
And this ain't even a start. World War III been started. We're just at a point now where things are escalating. Troops are about to be moving on the ground. You know, you're about to start seeing large scale missile deployments happen between these different nations. But World War III, really, you could say that World War III began when Russia invaded Ukraine. You can say that's really the point where this whole thing started. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're just at a point now where things are escalating to the point of no return. So let's go to this article right here from Just the News. Iran threatens to attack Israel with weapons, quote, never used before, as it receives Russian support. So let's check this out. Iran is threatening to deploy never used before weaponry in response to a potential Israeli counterstrike as the Islamic Republic receives support from Russia. So again, things continue to escalate. There is no going back. There is no let's sit down at the table and negotiate and figure something out. Those days are done. All right. And ultimately, that's not what the Lord wants. The Lord does not want there to be peace and negotiation, man. Look, the whole world is on fire. We're truly at the end of this thing. But Iran, they're saying that when Israel does counterstrike against us, we're going to use weapons that have never been used before. So what does that mean? They already used the hypersonic missiles against them. So could they be talking about sending tactical nukes? We don't know. You know, maybe they got some other kind of secret weapon that they've been developing with Russia. And hey, who knows, man? We just got to wait and see how this thing turns out. But Iran is saying, look, we ready to go. Iran saying, look, man, the days where the so-called white man could just go around the earth and just bully us and just be on the highest level of bullshit, them days is over. Okay, now it's time for his red ass to get punished. You know, this is, and again, this goes into Joel, the 3rd chapter. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, these weaker nations now, they popping big shit against America and their allies. They don't care no more, because now they have the backing of Russia, which is against the West. They have the backing of China, okay, which are major Eastern military powers. So America right now, best believe that the leadership, the leadership of the American military and NATO is afraid, man. They're terrified right now. This is why months ago you was seeing that Europe, they was telling the citizens of these NATO states that, look, war is an inevitability. We need to prepare for the inevitability of war. We're in a time of war. You need to prepare yourselves accordingly. This is why you're seeing people build bunkers and they're doomsday prepping, or they're trying to flee these certain areas that are going to be affected. You know what I'm saying? You also have the draft conscriptions coming back as well, because things continue to heat up. So let's continue with this article. We are prepared to use a weapon that we have never used. And bear with me with this name. Abul Fazl Amoué, a spokesperson for the Iranian Parliament's National Security Committee, said Iran International reported he urged Israel to, quote, act wisely. All right. After launching more than 300 drones and missiles at Israel over the weekend, Iran warned that it would launch another attack if Israel responded to its assault. However, Israel's war cabinet, formed days after Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack, has expressed that it is determined to respond. Russia justified Iran's attack as, quote, self-defense after Iran blamed Israel for airstrikes in Syria earlier this month that killed Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps officials, including Brigadier General Mohammad Reza Zahedi. Israel has not claimed responsibility. Moscow has been deepening ties with Tehran over the past several years, which was highlighted Tuesday during Russian President Vladimir Putin's conversation with Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi. While Putin expressed a desire for all parties in the Middle East to show restraint, according to a summary of the call published by the Kremlin, the two parties agreed to increase bilateral cooperation in various fields, including the implementation of mutually beneficial infrastructure projects, as translated. All right, blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty much it. Y'all get the point, but Iran is threatening to do some major damage, okay, once Israel does respond. You see? Now, this could directly be the start of what is I believe that's Revelation 16 and 12, where it speaks about the Euphrates River being dried up, the kings of the east, making a way, which means that troops are going to be moved through that region, tanks are going to be moved, military equipment is going to be moved in mass across that region to make war in that Valley of Yahweh Shaphat region, man. This is what's about to come down. So we're truly at the end, very, very close. The major prophecies that we're waiting on to be fulfilled before the full end can come, before all be fulfilled, is of course the mark of the beast and also Jacob's trouble. All right, Jacob's trouble coming before the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Then World War III, then Yahweh Shah coming back with the host of heaven and putting an end to all this madness on the earth. All right, so we're gonna close out here in Psalms. Let me go to Psalms. Let me get the whole chapter. Psalms 37. We're gonna start at 10. Matter of fact, 9. It says, "For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they shall inherit the earth." Verse 10, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be." Now that wicked there, that's speaking of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, which the small hats in the land of Israel, they're a part of that. Okay, because they're the Amalekites. Okay, which is a different tribe of Edom. Okay, well, but they are the wicked. So the scriptures say, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Obadiah 1 and 18. There shall be none remaining of the house of Esau. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. So you see, at a certain point, the wicked is not going to exist no more. There is going to be no more Edomites. Okay, point blank, period. Verse 11, "But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace." These devils right now, they're not delighting themselves in the abundance of peace. No, what they're delighting themselves in is the abundance of war and wickedness. Okay, this is what has enveloped the earth. But the scriptures say what? The meek, who are the meek? The meek are the Israelites. Okay, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American are the Israelites. All right, the meek of the earth. Okay, so the meek are going to inherit the earth and delight themselves in the abundance of peace. Once all of this is dissolved, once this world passes away, we're going to delight ourselves in being able to live in peace. There is going to be no more war. There is going to be no more wickedness. There is going to be no more deception, babies being trafficked and, little kids being, messed up, because this world is just so damn wicked. Verse 12, "The wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." So right now, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is laughing at Esau, man, because the Lord is lining Esau up to the point where, he has no idea. He can't even see it. All Esau really knows is that, war, World War III is on the horizon. We need to get ready. We need to prepare ourselves. We need to put a conscription out there because we're going to need manpower. We're going to need firepower to throw out there. But the Lord is really setting Esau up to be completely destroyed, man. Okay, this is why the whole earth is against the Edomite. All right. The whole earth is against the Edomite, man. And you know, the truth continues to come out. Their narratives are no longer working. You know, Putin just dropped the Russian icon images a couple weeks ago. You see what I'm saying? So now the truth is out that, look, these small hats that are in the land, they not the people, which the whole world already knew. But now everyone, you know, now no one really has an excuse to say, oh, well, we don't know who the true people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that the truth is coming out in these last days means that these devils are at their end. You see? Verse 14, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Okay, which really they want to destroy the elect. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to destroy the ones that have that hold the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They're not really worried about the 2/3, because the 2/3 really don't know shit. The 2/3 is lost in the sauce like all these other nations, but the hopefully elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that hold the proper testimony, which is directly correlated to prophecy, that's who Esau wants to erase. But it's not going to work, because that's not the will of the Lord. You know, the Lord is going to fight for his elect. The Lord is going to be with his elect in these last days, that they may overcome. Verse 15, their swords shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. You see that? So, hey, look, that's the point, man. And Esau, he was given the blessing of what? Isaac told Esau that by the sword shalt thou live. And then the scriptures say what? He who lived by the sword must die by the sword. You see that, man? So Esau, he was set up since the very beginning. All right. This man was tailor-made to be destroyed. So we're at the end of this man's rule. America's done, Israel's done, NATO, EU is done. All right, Esau period is done. And don't get it twisted. These other nations are through too. But the Lord is just using these other nations to bring about the end of their own rule, man. Okay? That's why it says, and their bows shall be broken. Okay, all their instruments of war, their deception, the way that they rule and their wickedness, all of this is going to be broken, man. All right, and the meek are going to inherit the earth. So I'm going to go ahead and close out here. Hopefully this lesson was edifying through the Rakha Kadash. And closing, call Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakha Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect.